welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a fantastic week. Now with regards, if you guys are new to my channel, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Shiv B and today we are going to be reviewing the Sulwhasoo Perfecting Foundation. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard about the brand Sulwhasoo already. They are an amazing Korean brand, especially when it comes to skincare. But this time we're going to talk about their makeup range, because the last time that I heard they put out a foundation, it was actually a cushion foundation and it received such rave reviews online. So hence for today, I have here in my hand their brand new Perfecting Foundation, and this one comes in a liquid formulation. So I'm actually really curious to see how it's going to look like on my face. And for this particular review, I'm going to be wearing it throughout the day, so we're going to see how long it lasts, whether there's any slip and slide going or whether it's just going to adhere throughout. So if you guys would like to see that try on and more, then please do stay tuned. But in the meantime, you guys, if you haven't joined the family yet, then please do click on that subscribe button and on that notification bell as well, because I would love to see you guys come back. So with all that being said, let's jump right into this video. Now, right before we start this application, you guys, I have on a bare face. The only thing that I have applied on my face in terms of makeup are my brows and of course the lashes and a little bit of eye makeup, and that's it. But in terms of the skin, I don't have anything on, so just to let you guys know that. Now this is the Sulwhasoo Perfecting Foundation, and what it is that it's a skin caring foundation that creates a perfect flawless look as well as flawless coverage and breathable wear. And in terms of the shade range, there are over 10 shades in total. I think this one is the darkest one. This is in a number 25N Amber. It's a neutral undertone, so it's basically going to tone and color correct any of the imperfections that I have on here. So I did attend the online session with Sulwhasoo to know a little bit more about the foundation, and it was a very informative session. And the best part was how they did the base was that they used one of their skincare products to create that glowy moisturizing effect, and then they went on top with the foundation, and it just became this really beautiful flawless look that I'm going to try to achieve today. Now I don't really have the product that they used for the base on hand, but I'm going to be using a very moisturizing primer just to have that similar base that they used during the tutorial at the session. So we're going to start off with that. So I'm just going to put a little bit, and I'm just going to spread this evenly across the face. Alright you guys, the base is down, and as you guys can see, this particular primer gives a very glowy kind of finish, and it also has a more watery texture, so it's not that sticky. So it's a good base to start off with before we use this foundation. Now for this particular application, I'm going to be using the brush that was provided by Sulwhasoo. You can also go in with a beauty blender or even with your fingertips. I feel like the warmth does something to activate the formulation inside, so you can do it as to what you would prefer, but for me, I'm going to go in with the traditional way, which is using the brush. So let's get started. Now this is just one pump of the formulation, you guys, and as you guys can see, it kind of covers more than half the face. You don't really need a lot with this one either. So alright you guys, I have applied the foundation onto my face and it looks like this. The finish is really beautiful, but just to get it out of the way in terms of the color match, it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone. But that is okay because it is meant to color correct and, you know, match according to the skin tone. So we're going to see how it like kind of settles in given a few hours after application. So we shall see about that. So before we get into the wearability and the longevity of the foundation and how it holds, I'm going to quickly apply on the rest of my makeup and I will come back on camera. So okay guys, I am back, and let me give you a couple of quick thoughts upon layering on the rest of the makeup. So with regards, I didn't have any issue putting on, you know, the contour, blush, highlight and all that. It went on seamlessly. There was no slip and slide or anything like that. But I do want to mention in terms of the coverage, this one has a more natural kind of finish, so I wouldn't expect too much of a high coverage buildup. There is definitely a buildable wear with this foundation, meaning to say if you would like to layer a little bit more of the foundation, if you don't have enough coverage, you can definitely do that with this. It doesn't give that kind of tacky overbearing, overly caked feeling, which is really great. But in terms to whether it's high coverage or not, I definitely don't think so. This is more of a sheer to medium kind of coverage. So if you would like a more full coverage kind of finish, you would definitely need to go in with concealer. Now in terms of the toning and the redness part, I have to say that it did the job really well in terms of covering it, because I did have a little bit of breakouts over here and a little bit of redness on the cheek, but looking at it on camera, I don't really see it anymore, so I'm really happy with that. But we are not done with the review yet, because I'm going to be wearing this throughout the day and I'm going to show you guys how it held up. So with all that being said, you guys, let's see whether this foundation holds up. Hey guys, so this is going to be my official first check-in. I actually wanted to do it much earlier. I kind of wanted to do like an hour-to-hour check-in. I was cleaning up some stuff and yeah, I kind of lost track of time. So this is the first check-in for the foundation. It has been about 2 hours past, and so far I have to say it's looking really good. As you guys can see, my skin texture is not showing at all, which is so surprising for me because I have dry skin. So I'm really happy with that. I am in front of some studio lights, by the way, so yeah, the skin is looking good. But later on I will go out in the sunlight and then you guys can see how the foundation wears. But so far, in terms to the 2-hour mark, it's doing really well. I don't see it breaking or anything like that, so it looks good. I'm really happy. So that's basically it for the 2-hour past check-in, and I will check back with you guys later on the second one. We are at the 4-hour check-in, and I'm going near some light because it did rain, so unfortunately there's no like beautiful sunlight as to what I wanted to show you guys for the second check-in. But we are at the 4-hour mark, and so far the foundation is doing really well. I don't know if you guys can see, but okay, in terms of the coverage point, remember how I said that it was buildable, but at the same time it's sheer to medium coverage. So I did have a little bit of like a, let's see, a mark over here. So in terms of that, it didn't really fully cover, and for this one I didn't really put a concealer on it, so you can kind of see it. But at the same time, this foundation did not break, and I'm actually really impressed with how it's holding up because it still looks flawless. We had 4 hours, you guys, and usually for me, foundations tend to break, especially at this area at about the 3 to 4 hour mark. So yeah, it didn't do that. I'm very impressed. So hopefully the weather improves so I can show you guys how this foundation looks in natural sunlight. But just in case it doesn't, yeah, I'll be coming back to you guys with another check-in. But hopefully it does. So we shall see how it goes. First, I'm interrupting this next check-in because I'm hungry and I had to have a snack. And it is so good. This is a murukku that I bought from Starling Mall. You guys, this is the best thing ever. The best. Especially when you're having the munchies, like, this is really good. Okay guys, so we are currently at the next check-in, and this is how the foundation is doing. We are nearing the 6-hour mark at this point, and it's still holding up pretty well. And I'm so surprised, honestly, because the weather today, it is a little bit strange, and also this is in natural sunlight, by the way. This is the best that I could get for you guys because it is a little bit cloudy today. The sun does not want to show itself. But the funniest thing is that the weather is so hot, but it's cloudy at the same time. Like, Malaysian weather really I really can't. But anyway, the foundation is holding up really nicely, and I don't even see any breakages or anything like that. I'm gonna zoom you guys a little bit in so you guys can like see if there's any texture, but honestly I don't see much. There is a little bit like here maybe, and there's a little bit, I see a little bit of my imperfection showing over here, but honestly other than that, it's doing pretty well. So I'm very impressed, and especially on a day like today where the weather is hot. So yeah, cloudy but hot. Malaysian weather, you guys. But in the meantime, I will do a final check-in later. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys shortly. Alright you guys, we are back with the final check-in, and I have to say that the foundation held up really well. I'm actually pleasantly surprised because today was really hot. So for the fact that this foundation actually managed to hold up despite of that, that's just really great to me. I definitely didn't see it like breaking off to one corner or, you know, even smudging across the nose or anything like that, because those are the areas I kind of look at, especially when I try on new foundations, because oil buildup tends to come over here and here for me. So usually when I try on new foundations, those are the areas that tend to go off whenever it hits like the 3 to 4 hour mark. But I didn't have any of that with this foundation, and as you guys can see on camera, it still looks pretty good. And yes, I did refresh my lip a little bit because it was looking a little bit like I did have food, so yeah. I wanted it to look a little bit more fresh on the lips, so I did refresh that. But all in all, you guys, I have to say that I'm very impressed with this foundation. I think, you know, besides the color matching, it did do very well. It held up very nicely on the face. It looks flawless. So in the meantime, you guys, that is basically it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely think I should do more foundation try-ons. I have a feeling more of it will be upcoming soon because for some reason I just feel this is the year for foundations. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, you guys, that is basically it for today's review and try-on video for the Sulwhasoo Perfecting Foundation. I hope you guys found it helpful. And in terms of the pricing, the retail availability and all that, I will list it down in the description section below. So definitely check that one out. But that is going to be it for this week. And if you guys have any questions, of course, please do leave it in the comment section below. I would love to answer your questions. And yeah, that is basically it. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.